Hello everyone, and welcome to another at a glass episode. So as always, getting things off with a quick update. You know that last time I spoke about like doing a little bit better since my meds and we're on a track and everything. Um, and it's like that. Like I wouldn't say hate, but it's like I dislike to bring up, like anything that's like negative or whatever like that. You know. Um. So. Um. So with that being said, like I'm still going to be like honest, about everything, you know. Um, so, so, uh, so, um, that I had like a moment where, it's like that. I guess like I felt like, it's like, why do I bother? It's like, why do I try to do things, when that some people are so can like events like to only see what they like want to see, you know like they um look at like the like episodes I do, or the weekly like inspirational quotes that I uh reflect on, and it's like they look at that stuff, and I guess in their mind or whatever, it's like, well, like you can easily just like walk like away from that or this and that, but what they don't understand is like I'm not doing this for for likes. Like I'm not doing this um yeah, for money, for like none of that, I mean, this right here, like that it helps me deal with like all the stuff that I'm going through, like mentally, like it helps me deal um with my mental health struggles, you know um I mean, like for like me, I mean, what I do, on here, it's uh therapy, for me, and and that's what I think that some people just don't actually get. It's either that they don't get it or they just don't like want to. And and it like is what it is. At like the end of the day, you know, like it just like is. Um, I mean, anything I can do is just like say, hey, want to go and do like whatever, like that's cool. Just like let me know, so the way that I know what I have to do, and like I'm gonna go over this stuff like later on, um, you know, throughout this like episode, like in more detail, like I guess, as to like the way I actually like look at it. Normally, like I would go like into like what else is going on like around me, but I'm going to uh, deviate from doing that, and instead just go straight into like the first main topic of this week's episode, uh, which is hard. Truth is, it opinions. Only one that matters. Yeah, and to can pleat that line, like the only one that does matter is actually mine. I mean, like not what it's not what like anybody else thinks or whatever. The only one that should actually count is actually mine. So like to elaborate like more like on that, like when like I'm talking about like what people like understand and what they like don't actually like get, when it comes down to me and the like episodes, the like inspirational quote up videos that I do, and even the monthly mental health like topics, right? Yeah, I mean it's like that is therapy for me, like in terms of my like mental health. I mean that helps me, like I mean aside from like talking to like my therapist or doing like trauma group or like, talking to my psychiatrist, like these videos, it's like I mean it's like an outlet, it's like a way, to kind of like what let go, I guess, of some of the things that have been, like bother me for like the like week, or something that I think is worth like mentioning, because like it's been on my mind or like something, but I mean like the thing is, and like I'll elaborate on this like later on, but it's like I have like a set like a battle algorithm, it's like that I have like set like a time of the day where it's important that I focus on like my mental health, you know For me, that's through these like videos. Um, there's that, you know, and sometimes there's like art that I like work on too, you know. Um, but for the most part, like it's just um these videos, you know, and it's like when somebody wants to do something or they um come around, you know, and it's like I'm in the middle of like working, you know, on like a video, you know, and then it's just like, oh, okay, I get it. So I'm supposed to just stop what is that I'm working on because now that somebody else is like round or whatever, you know, just it's just I overlook the fact that um their timing is off, you know, when that I've made it known more than once when I actually work on stuff. You know, like I have scaled back so much, you know, I mean, in hindsight, because I guess, like, I'm trying, you know, not to, like, uh, do things, not to extend myself, you know, like I would, like, when I was in the military, you know. So, with that being said, you know, at a certain time of the day, you know, it's like I put stuff down or like I take like something like that with me, you know, like to help me pass, you know, the time or whatever like that, like until like my little boy like walks out um the school doors, you know, and then my focus is like on him for like the most of the remainder like of that day, you know, because to be quite honest, I mean like that little boy means like so much to me, you know, and like the only people that are like around me, you know, who can actually say anything, whether they mean to or not, that actually hurts, that actually sends me spiraling down the rabbit hole or the foxhole or whatever name that we have uh, for that instance, you know, are the ones who are like in my like inner circle, you know, like I'm talking about, you know, uh like a close like battle buddies, you know, I'm talking about like loved ones, you know, um like, and I'm gonna like ad lib this part, but you know, like my closest battle buddies, you know, like I don't just like I look at them as like a battle buddy, like I look at them like they're, you know, like of that they are family to me, you, you know. And I mean, it's like I think that for like a lot of people, like unless you've ever been like in, then you just may not like understand like what that I mean by that, you know. But that's what they are to me, you know. And then you got my like loved ones, you know. Then you have like people who have made like an imprint like on my life, you know. Um, who I've met, you know, like who like I know to some extent, you know, but still at like the end of the day, like I know like it's easier said than done, but the only opinion that should matter is one I have of myself, you know. And if that holds true, then it's like, why do I let you know what somebody else thinks like of me or like about me? You know, like whether it's good or bad. And most of the times it's the bad stuff because the good stuff isn't going to make you feel down. Um like the good stuff isn't going to feed into your to the issues you already have with the oppression, you know, and uh paranoia or whatever else, you know. Um so yeah, so those like negative ones, you know. It's like, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, then why do I let those like get to me so doggone much, you know? And to be quite honest, you know, it's because like the one that who said those things, they obviously mean something to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like they are obviously important it to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and if that you're one of the ones who's like um you know like struggling, you know, like with that, well, guess what? You're not alone. You know, I mean, there's like a lot of us that deal with that, you know, like on like a regular basis, you know. I mean, and not just me either, you know. So the second topic of this week's episode is I'm uh I'm more than, um you know. And what I like to say is, you know, it's like that I'm more than what like people like it I think of me, you know. It's like I'm so much more than that little kid who was abused multiple times, you know, by different ones who should have been looking out for me, you know, who should have been trying to do right by me, who should have been trying to keep me safe. Like I'm more than that little kid. Like I'm more than that little kid who got picked on like at school. Like I'm more than that little kid who about around the age of 8 just said, like I can't take this any doggone more. Like from the stuff going on at school to like the stuff going on, at home. Like that enough is enough. Like I can't take this anymore. Like I, I have to find a way out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more than that little kid who made up their mind, without even thinking twice about it, just said, hey, I think this is it. I think this is the end of my doggone road. Like, I wanna, like, end things here and now. Like, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care if anybody is gonna act like they, like, miss me or not, or if they're gonna, like, this and that. Like, no. Like, I'm so much more than that little kid who was in so much pain and felt like they couldn't talk to anybody. Like who felt like they were in it, like alone, time and time and time again. Because every time that something happened, like it was an excuse made up. Like I'm so much more than that little kid. I'm so much more than that little kid who wanted to die at such a young age. Like I'm so much more than that little kid. Like I'm so much more than all of the trauma I went through as a kid, through all the trauma I've been through, like as a teenager and as an adult. I'm so much more than all of that. I'm so much more than that. So much more than that. And I have to understand that. I have to understand that. I have to look each and every one of those incidents head on and just say, yeah, that happened. Doesn't make it right. No, it doesn't. But I'm so much more than that. I'm so much more than that. I don't have to let any of that define me or define who I am or define what people think of me or what they think about me. I'm so much more than that. I'm so much more than that. And I have to understand that. And I have to see that. And if you're, like me, or if you can relate to anything that I just said, I want you to know that you are so much more than anything that you have went through, that you're so much more than anything you have endured. You're so much more than that. You're so much more than that. You're so much more than that. Um, whew, um, so after that heartfelt speech, you know, like I think I want to like end things on like uh, on a lighter note. Um, well, at least attempt to, you know. Um, so that brings us to our last main topic for this week's episode. Knocked off my game. So like that one, I say that like I don't mean like, oh yeah, like that I was like knocking down, what I'm saying, it's like a shot to shot, what I'm saying, and now I can hit one. No. Like that, I'm not talking about sports, you know. What I'm talking about, like, it has to do with our life, Like I'm talking about what that it does to me, to my balance, to my ability to function, when that my routine is thrown off, you know it's like it's like that my way of trying to cope with what my inner demons, is to have like a routine, to have like a routine where it's like I focus on things that are meant to kind of help me, to deal with those like issues, hence the videos, you know. Um, so yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like um, it's like having like a lot of stuff go on that I don't know that it's like I know like I have to deal with it, but it's like I just don't quite want to, So so it's like that. My way, is to I don't know, just um focus more on other things, you know. But in doing that, it's like I'm I am I am throwing off the balance that I need, in order to be able to function to an extent. It's like I'm throwing it off more and more, and to be honest, I don't think that I really I notice it, in those moments, in the and the short term of things, but it's like that I notice it, in the a long term, because because I found myself being, more annoyed or irritated or or more aggressive, um like more short, like tempered, like easier uh to be bothered by things, like easier to be thrown for an emotional roller coaster. So you know so it's like that when that stuff happens, it's like I gotta, it's like I have to have the courage, and the strength, to actually deal like with those things. It's like to face those things like head on. You know, because just like putting things off or like acting like everything is cool. It's like that only works for so long. And then it's like when we uh find ourselves, like in like a place that we really don't want to like be, and like I'm talking about from like a mental standpoint, you know, like a case in point, like the most like recent, like mental like episode that I had to deal with, and then like not even like 2 days like after that, then having like another one, and but but having like that like a fortitude or whatever it was, to like I realized like, hey, I don't need like a repeat of what already happened this week. So you know what I need to do? I need to go to like I need to go to t- to a safe space. Um, and that's all things that I think that they like talk about like in therapy. Like I know it's definitely is in like a safety plan. Um, which the I do have one. Um, you, and and in that moment that I recognize like, hey, like I gotta get out of here. Like I can't stay here. Like I'm not okay. And for me to stay here, like it's only gonna get worse. Like I'm only gonna start going down the like abyss, the like rabbit hole, the foxhole, like whatever you want to call it. And that wouldn't have been good for like anybody. Um, and like I certainly don't want like my kid to think that it's anything that he did wrong, because that he didn't do anything wrong. It's just um certain adults, is not thinking about like what they say or do, how that like impacts someone who is dealing with an awful lot, who at the moment is a bit fragile, you know yeah, after like I recently going through something else, and looking at the crisis line, um, you know, the number, like multiple times, and being like I know I should reach out, but I can't. I know I should reach out, but I'm not. Like I know I should reach out, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Like, there comes a point in time where we have to realize that sometimes like the things that we really need to do are gonna be some of the hardest things that that we will ever do. You know, um, you know. So, it's like I say this. If you're going through, a rough time or anything like that, definitely find someone to talk to, or find um or find like uh, um like good method, one that that is but both effective and it and is healthy, to overcome like what is going on in that moment. In that moment, don't think about how others are gonna look at you for this or that. It's like find and healthy effective way of coping and trying to deal with what is happening in that moment. um and I don't know, I think in light of everything that I just I mentioned, not just now but throughout this week's episode, I'm going to attach uh two videos and I'm at the end. One is going to um touch on a good coping mechanisms. And the other one is going to touch on resources, for mental health. It doesn't just have to be because like I'm thinking about taking my own life. No, because a lot of those same resources are also available. If you even just I need someone to go talk to. Um, so I'm gonna do that, and I want to say to anyone who's watching this, uh, thank you for taking out the time to watch this and listen to this. And look out for one another. You know, um, and as always, until next time, I really do hope that everyone has a safe and a wonderful week.